The first time I ever heard the saying, be the main character, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I thought it was the corniest thing that I had ever heard in my life. Okay, I really thought that, being the main character was not only corny and cringeworthy, but a little bit narcissistic as well. I felt like you were kind of discounting the feelings of other people and living as if you are the only one alive. And I don't like to, feel like I'm more important than other people. But what I have learned is that being the main character is the most fulfilling way to live. And not only that, but what I've also realized is that I've been pushing this message for, pretty much the entirety of my YouTube channel. Being the main character, just the fact that I even have a YouTube channel, that is me being the main character. That is me taking on and embracing that main character energy. How else could you have a YouTube channel? How else could I believe that my life is that important that other people would want to watch me, that other people would take the time out of their day to listen to what I have to say? That is main character energy that I've been exuding subconsciously without even realizing. And, I want to help you guys find and embrace that same energy because I do believe that, like I said, this is the most fulfilling way to live your life. Whether you believe in the afterlife, reincarnation, whatever you believe in, I think most of us can agree that this is the one chance that you have to be you, to live this exact story. You might come back as somebody else, but you won't be you. Okay, this is the only chance you get to be you watching this video, living your exact life. And, you should take that not from a place of fear, but from a place of inspiration. Okay, you should feel inspired to live your best life starting right now. Now, with that being said, the first way that you can exude main character energy is to stop comparing yourself to other people. Okay, main character energy starts from within, not from the way others perceive you. And, the first thing that you need to do is you need to stop comparing yourself to other people because everyone is living their own story. Okay, everyone has their own movie, if you will. And you can't compare your movie to their movie. Okay, in some movies, people may see success earlier. In other movies, it may be a long grind and you get that success towards the end. But you can't compare yourself to other people, including me. Okay, don't compare yourself to me. I've seen people say that, they want to be like me. And while I am honored and humbled to hear that, I don't want you to be me. I want you to be you. Okay, that's the whole essence of my channel. That is the essence of the message that I am trying to share to you guys, is to be who you are. Be your best version. That's how you be like me, or that's how you be like anyone else that you feel like you look up to. Your idol, whatever. Don't try to be like them. Be the best version of you that you can be, and that's how you be like them. Okay, and right along with that is focusing on your own life. Okay, you have to learn to focus on your own life, especially in this day and age where social media is a thing. Okay, a lot of people, they're waking up, they're getting on social media, and they're spending the majority of their day looking at other people's lives. And, a lot of times when you do that, you are subconsciously comparing yourself to other people. The only way to stop comparing yourself to other people is to take all of that attention and place it into your own life, focusing on your story, focusing on your journey. The main character is never focused on other people's lives. Or even if they are focused on other people's lives, at the end of the day, they are unique. Okay, they're the main character for a reason. If they were like other people, they wouldn't be the main character because nobody would want to watch them. What's the point of watching somebody that's like everyone else? That's not a very compelling story. If you're spending all of your time on social media, if you're spending all of your time watching the news, keeping up with the Kardashians, okay, watching these reality shows, you're not focusing on your own life. You're not getting anywhere. You're not making progress. That's time that could be spent focusing on you and your journey and getting to where they are, or even beyond where they are. They didn't get to where they are by focusing on other people's lives. They got to where they are by focusing on their own lives and leveling up in the ways that they could, given the resources that they had. Now, right along with, focusing on your own life and not comparing yourself to other people is being yourself. Be yourself unapologetically. What you'll find is that if you stop focusing on other people's lives and you stop comparing yourself to them and wanting to be them, you will naturally become more in tune with yourself. Okay, you will be who you came here to be. Like I said, this is your one chance to be you. Okay, once you die, once this movie ends, there is no sequel, there is no spin-off. Okay, it is on you to make the most of this story by embracing who you are. Okay, you can't live your story if you're not being yourself. If you try to be like someone else, you're basically the star of a low budget version of their movie, of their story. And nobody wants to watch that. So you have to learn to be who you are, unapologetically. Okay, when you start to embrace yourself, there are going to be people who project their insecurities onto you, or at least try to. They try to hold you back. And I know that because I was one of those people. You know, I used to be very negative and insecure. Whenever I would see somebody who, would say, I love myself, I would think that they were so full of themselves, when in reality, I was just miserable. And I just assumed that everyone was supposed to be miserable like me. But eventually, I had to realize that this is not a healthy way to live. I am subconsciously projecting my insecurities onto other people, and that is not main character energy. The main character is not concerned with what the side characters are doing, what the supporting cast is doing. Be more selfish. There is nothing wrong with being selfish. Now, when I say be selfish, that doesn't mean you should never show anybody love, or you should never, spread positivity and help people out where you can. But what that means is you have to put your own needs and your desires before the desires and needs of anyone else, aside from your children. Okay, if you have children, that's different. But for example, your parents. Let's say your parents want you to be a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer, but you know in your heart that you want to be, an entrepreneur. Okay, you want to own your own business. You don't want to have a job. You don't want to go to medical school or law school. You want to do your own thing. You need to do that. Okay, you need to do that. And of course, there's going to be some resistance that stems from that. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. That's part of your story. That's just something that you have the opportunity to overcome. You have the opportunity to grow from that. Your parents more than likely want what's best for you, but they don't always know what's best for you. Nobody knows what's best for you except for you. You have to look within and find those answers. You have to find your purpose from within. You have to be selfish enough to say, I don't care what you think. I'm going to do what I want to do. Okay, this is exactly the reason why you are watching my video right now. If I didn't have that type of mindset, I would have never started YouTube. You have to decide what you want to do. I'm not saying that you have to be a YouTuber. I'm not saying you have to be an entrepreneur. If you decide that you want to be a janitor, you go and do that. You go be the best janitor that you can be. But do what you want to do. Okay, figure out whatever it is that you want to do in life, and you do that. And that takes me to the next trait of a main character, and that is having purpose. Okay, you have to find and follow your purpose. Your purpose is the essence of your story. Your purpose is the ultimate goal that you are trying to achieve within this movie that you are starring in. If you want to be the main character, you have to be aiming for something. You have to have some sort of goal. Now, I could sit here and tell you guys how to find your purpose, but I think that that's worthy of its own video. So I'm going to make a video on that. Stay tuned for that. But you have to find and follow your purpose. And like I said, the best way to do that is to look within. Figure out whatever it is that you want to do and, get in tune with yourself so that you know that your intuition is coming from a place of, authenticity and you being in tune with yourself. If you're in tune with yourself and you follow your intuition, your purpose will fall right into your lap. Now, like I said, through all of that, when you first start to become more selfish, you start to embody who you are and you stop focusing on other people's lives, of course, you will face resistance. It's very important that you learn to embrace your struggles. Okay, you have to learn to embrace resistance. Name me one book, one movie, one TV show where the main character does not face any type of conflict. You can't name one because conflict is one of the most important elements of any story. That's part of the growth of the main character. The main character grows through conflict.